and good afternoon for those of you that are from other countries. So anyway, welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and also stroke survivor, Jerry Wall. And for those of you that are new here, I started doing this to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, mental health, brain injury, and all other disabilities. And I also wanted to provide a platform for all survivors to share their stories from all across the world, and also bringing on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge, and also to bring on experts like I just said. So anyway, so this morning's guest is Kieron Franklin from the UK, and who is a senior stroke rehab practitioner, and also a guest of his, Chrissy, and who has MS, and she will be telling a little bit about her. So please ask questions, make comments, and anything you want to talk about, please let us know. So anyway, let's go ahead and just get started. All righty. Good morning, Yvonne from Athens, Greece. Nice to see you. Marina, Kelly, and Virginia, Kevin, and hopefully I don't miss you. But if I don't say hello to you, sorry, but we'll bring on our guests, Kieron and Chrissy. So please, let's welcome.
Hello.
Hello. I can see you and can't see Chrissy.
Oh, where am I? I'm here.
There she is.
Hi.
All righty. So Mike Peters from the UK, I think you talked to him, didn't you, one time, Kieron? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think this is the third time I've been on the podcast.
Wow, good to hear. So welcome to the show, Connie, my old neighbor. Nice to see you. Love you too. So for those that don't know you, Kieron, because there's a lot of new people out here, tell us a little about yourself first.
Okay, so here in the UK, I'm a specialist in stroke rehab. I belong to a collection of trainers, and I'm one of, I think about 12 senior practitioners in the UK that operate directly with stroke rehab. We don't really go down the clinical route very much. What we tend to do is specialise in strength training, functional training, and bringing in a lot of the other disciplines as well to maximise the rehabilitation that we can do.
Wow, yeah, that's great. And I know that you're coming here in not too long, a couple months.
Yeah. I think middle of October I should be there. Can't remember the dates, but yeah, middle of October-ish.
Absolutely, that's awesome. And Chrissy,
Yeah.
tell us about yourself.
Yeah, tell me about yourself.
So I've had MS for about 15, 16 years. Obviously, it comes as a shock when you get diagnosed. It's been very hard. It's been a struggle. But meeting Kieron, with a lot of hard work, a lot of training together, I've made a lot of improvements. So I've just got to keep going.
Got to do that. That's terrific. Wow. So Kieron, I'm so glad you're able to
yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
Good to be here again.
Okay. What you were just
I was going to say, for those of the viewers that are not too sure what MS is, the easiest way to explain it would be a stroke in reverse. So with a stroke, you get the brain injury, then you get the limitations, and then you rehabilitate from it. With MS, it's very much in reverse. You start to get all the disabilities first, and then ultimately the brain injuries and everything will start to come right at the end. So it's kind of a stroke in reverse. So with MS, you tend to get worse and worse. With a stroke, you potentially get you see those improvements.
Wow, good for you. So you work with Chrissy.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. We've been together for how long?
Just over a year, has it been?
Yeah, just over a year.
Good to hear. Good to hear that. So, Kieron, tell us about you're coming here to Texas, actually in New Braunfels, my hometown, and you're putting on a I don't do I say a clinic or is it just a kind of gathering some other.
So we're so we're putting on a little bit of a workshop, and this is an opportunity for people to come along and have a one-to-one session with myself. 2 secs. Headphones, sorry. There
Thanks very much.
See, this time we're actually filming gym, so it's a bit busier than what it is elsewhere. Yeah, so it gives your fantastic community, anybody within the Texas region or anybody further afield if they feel like traveling, a chance to have a one-to-one session with myself. With this session, we'll be going over lots of different techniques to try and maximize the workouts you're already doing, or to start you off on a path where you can start incorporating more and more workouts. And it's not necessarily you've got to go to a gym to do these workouts. Obviously, that would be the preferred one. But how you can do these workouts at home by showing you different techniques, going through lots of different styles of stretching, covering different functional training, lots of strength training, just to try and get you on that journey to rehabilitate as best you can.
Wow, I'm looking so forward to it. We're going to have a great time, and it's all set up here. And you're doing. You have a booking system, so I need to put that out there so people can book their time slots.
Yeah, definitely. So anybody that wants to come along will have to go to our website. So you'll put the link up. Follow the booking system. You get to choose what day, what time you would like, and get yourself booked on, and let's see what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you're also, which I'm really excited about. You're going to go to where I do my therapy, and I already arranged that they're all my therapists are going to huddled into one room, and then you're going to kind of given a clinic and seeing how you do your thing, how we do it here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited about doing that as well, because every clinician, every trainer, they've got their own little spin, their own little thing about what works and what doesn't. And I'm always up for learning new things.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm really excited about that. And it's going to be interesting as well, because I'm not clinical staff, so I'm not out of a hospital or anything like that. So it'll be really interesting to try and steal and learn stuff that they do and try and incorporate it into what I do as well, and hopefully vice versa.
Right. Yeah. And Carrie, thanks for being here. So, Kieron, you work with Carrie there.
Yeah, we work with Carrie.
Yeah. I just want to, the comment is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'll put it here. I don't know if you can see that, but Carrie saying, "Hi, Jerry and Kieron. I'm so happy I'm able to join working with Kieron remotely on strength training to help with left side weakness after stroke in 2019. So happy with my progress." Awesome.
Beautiful. And that's it, yeah. And I think we've got to give Carrie's husband, Roger, a great shout out, because he's the one that's behind the camera, so I can see exactly what she's doing. And he's the one that gets pulled and poked about by Carrie as she's going through all of her training.
Yeah.
So, yeah, huge thank you to Roger for everything that he does. And it goes to show as well that this remote sort of training does have its place in your rehab journey, providing you're doing everything you can in between the sessions, and yeah, it really does work.
Right, that's terrific. Kelly, I think we talked about. Well, I talked about her. She's in Fort Worth, about a 3.5-hour drive or so. And I'll put it in there. I know you want the address and the phone number, Kelly. I'll send you the information there.
Yeah.
So you can drive down here, because you'll only be here for a week. So
that's it. Even if you just want to come down and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. But with someone has a stroke, I take I'd be all over this, and I really can't wait to get myself in there. And you can see like from here down, you can see like, wow, I'm walking like a penguin, and right side weakness and all that stuff. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Karen says, yeah, keep Roger busy.
yeah, definitely. Perhaps when if I can get you in the gym as well, Jerry, you could do kind of a Facebook Live thing so people can see me putting you through some torture.
Yeah, actually, I was planning on doing that.
Yeah, have a
Well,
fantastic. Yes.
yeah, I looking forward to it. Oh, thank you, Marina. She says I'm a handsome penguin.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
okay.
going
So
to
I
put
have to
that on
buy.
the t-shirt for you.
Mike Peters saying, Jerry will buy all your beers, Karen. Absolutely, absolutely. Wow. So, Chrissy, what do you have to say about working with Karen?
Kieran's work, it's not only just down the gym, he also talks and he makes sense and you listen to him. I've learned so much. And I do feel that over this year I have improved so much. And I do feel that I've been fixed. I feel sort of whole again. And now
Nice.
everything is moulded. We just now to get me into getting working properly. And it's working. And it's coming to see him and doing the exercise, doing the hard work that's made me feel that I didn't think that I could be the way I am now today.
Good for you. And you've been working with Karen for how long?
It's been just over a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good to hear.
And we've done so much.
Good stuff. Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah, so we've got a nice little challenge that we're doing next month, actually, in September. We're taking Chris and we're taking 3 other stroke survivors up. We're making them walk up a mountain.
Yeah, I have some pictures here.
Just because.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up 3 pictures. I think everybody can hear you. This one here. Can you see that one?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So that's a couple of the walkers in there. You can see Chrissy sat down in the chair, so this is on one of the breaks that we had to do. But yeah, this is part of their training, ready for the mountain in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah. So yeah, that's another one. That was up one of our beauty spots here in the south of England.
Wow. And then the last one I got here. This is absolutely beautiful there.
Yes, there we go. That's a place not far from where I live, actually, called Old Harry's Rocks.
Right.
And it's along a stretch of the south coast called the Jurassic Coast.
Wow.
It's if you ever come to England, you've got to go there. It's absolutely breathtaking.
I wish I would have known that when I went there.
Give you a chance to come back now, then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure. It is beautiful. That's one great comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody want that? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So the climb that they're going to be doing on, I think it's the 4th of September. We'll just put it into a bit of perspective. It's a high peak in southern Britain, so there's nowhere higher. It works out about 2,900 foot. That's how far they're going to climb.
Wow.
So I think, it's pretty high. It's pretty high, and the place where the mountain is actually used to help train the British Special Forces. So
wow.
it's yeah.
Can you see the comment here?
A comment? That's where Jurassic Park is.
Yeah.
yeah. You get all the old dinosaurs down there.
Oh, that's funny. I love people. You guys out there, make. If you have any questions, ask Kieron. Or if you want to ask Chrissy anything, please do. And because some of you
Yeah.
won't be able to make the trip, but some of you can. So I look forward to having a ton of you out here and looking so forward to it. What else?
That's it. I was going to say, if anybody that wants to talk further about it, I think we said this on our last podcast as well. If especially people can't make the week where I'm down, please do still get in touch. And as Carrie said, we can do remote sort of training, and even if that is just to start you off on the rehab journey. So get in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't have the means, or they don't do any therapy. So even like you said, you're doing remote learning or therapy.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, that's it.
Besides strength training, other types of therapies that you do for stroke survivors?
Yes, so a lot of it is based around strength training. We do quite a bit of functional training as well. That's a big part of it. And the other disciplines, so we'll get techniques that we've picked up from physiotherapists, and we'll throw that in there to also do about weight transfer and how to utilize the best out of the smaller muscles. So we really take lots from different disciplines, all throw them together into a package, and and hopefully go for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I know that, just for me, my hamstrings are, very, very, very weak. So, and you work on that.
Yeah. So doing lots of exercises like bridges, they're going to be good for getting that initial contraction from the hamstring. That'll even help strengthen up the glutes muscles as well, or your bum cheeks. And then once you can do a normal bridge, then there's loads of different styles of the foot you can do to try and initiate more and more and more into that hamstring. And in fact, a good exercise to try and do it, I don't know if you can see me there, but we're on the chairs with wheels on. I'm expecting you've got one in your office as well, is putting your feet on the floor and just try and pull yourself along with your feet with the wheels on your chair, and then because it's that same action of straightening, bending, bending, it's still working in the hamstring. So even if you're stuck in a wheelchair, you can still do that. Try and pull yourself along with in your wheelchair to just get that personal movement coming through the hamstring.
Right. Do you do it with just the affected leg?
Start off doing it with both legs, just so you get used to that sort of movement, and then as you get better at it, try and do it with just the affected leg, and see how that goes. But you've always got your good leg there to help out if you get into trouble. Good
to hear. Yeah, I guess I better get working on this, because when you come,
I'll be testing you.
Exactly. No, I look so forward to it. So Chrissy, do you have any other words of wisdom there?
I used to just think sometimes I can't do this, or I can't, and you should never say that. You need to give things a go, which I've done, and you keep on doing it, and you can achieve. I've achieved so much I never thought that I would, and it's just, don't ever feel that you can't do something, because you can.
Right.
You just got to try.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's enjoyable. It's made a difference in my life. I've met a lot more people who also have disabilities or struggles like me, and watching them achieve so many things, it's inspirational. Is that the right word?
That's
inspirational. That's it. But yeah, just do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And you, yes, and Kieron, you've been talking to Heather.
Yes. Yeah. Been chatting away to Heather, and she sent me some great photos of the types of stuff that she's doing in the gym already. I believe she's coming down to the gym when I'm over, and so it'd be great to see what she's already doing, and then improvising on that even more. So she's let me know what she's struggling with. I'm already starting putting together lots of different avenues that we can go through to try and maximise the time that we have together.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sessions are going to be about an hour at the most, or?
No, I think I think it's about an hour and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so it's about an hour and a half. So when somebody signs up, you'll be sent through a form closer to the time, which will give us lots of information on you. And then once we receive that form back, I can then start mentally preparing a sort of program that I feel will be best for that particular person. So I'll try and get it as tailored as possible to that person. But the more information we have on them, then the easier that will become.
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be so. I just can't wait to see what you're gonna do compared to what I'm doing already.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah,
A lot of it will be quite probably similar to what you're doing already, but just tweaking slightly to get more of an effect out of it. So, for instance, if you're doing your seated rows and you're pulling back already, let's try a
right.
different grip by turning the hand round to start initiating more muscles that are going onto the back of the shoulder and down the back.
Right.
So you get the parallel grip, the latitude grip. You can even go into an underhand grip as you're rowing. So you've got lots of different grips that will activate different muscles.
Right. Because I know since I'm the one here, I have tone. So I don't know if you can see it. I mean, the underhand grip for me, my non-effective side, no big deal. But for this one,
Yeah.
I mean, I can hold it straight, but to
Yeah.
go underhand, maybe a little more difficult for me, but I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
You know.
So if it's about that rotation that you're struggling with to get that rotation round, we need to look at what's restricting that rotation. And a lot of time,
Uh-huh.
that's going to be cut on the shoulder to be able to rotate the arm round. So what we can do, we can give you certain exercises by using a cable machine or even using a resistance band to start working on just moving the arm out to the side. Oh, where's the camera's on? Right, out to the side like so, but changing the angle of resistance that you're pulling against will then start increasing your internal and external rotation into the arm.
Right. Now, do you plan on is anybody coming with you?
No, I'll be coming on my own.
Okay, no, I just wondered, and do you bring, Anytime has resistance bands and stuff. I mean, I have a bunch here, and I can get some from my therapist too.
Yeah. I will be bringing. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, hang on. Somebody's making them. I can have some resistance bands here. Okay. So we got now at the moment. Which is what I thought we started. So yes, I've got lots of these styles of resistance bands that I can bring with us. I've got a nice big bag of them somewhere.
Oh,
In another one, we've got quite a lot that we can use. We use a lot of these straps during the training.
right.
So a lot of people will have difficulty in keeping the grip to try and shift the weight.
Yeah.
But what we can do, we can get these straps that can actually strap the weight onto the hand, so you can still do the movement to strengthen up the rest of the arm, and then that will generally start to increase the grip strength as well.
Got it. That's great.
Yeah.
And you have an Anytime Fitness there.
Yeah, that's where I am right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. And and that door unlocks like over here in the States, right?
It will do, yeah, yeah. So joining Anytime Fitness, you don't just get the membership to the gym you join at, but you can use the gyms worldwide. So here's a plug for Anytime Fitness. Join up. They've got special offers on at the moment. I know the one here does. I'm sure they do anywhere else. They're a really good gym. So if I don't get a free membership now, I'm going to take it all back.
Absolutely, yeah. I can't wait because you know we're going to do a live there with whoever's there, or you know I can prop it up on my video with a remote and do that.
Yeah.
And it'll be great. A lot of people, I'm sure, will want to come and see what you're doing. And I'm really excited about my therapist where I go. It's a different place, but it's maybe about 3 miles from there.
Yeah.
And so, and then my son works, or he manages I don't know if you like barbecue. He manages a barbecue place, with all the good stuff in the barbecue. I can't think what it is. My gosh.
That's it. And yeah, speaking of barbecues, if you're going to do the barbecues, then you can put the utensils in your bad hand, and that will help try and get that external rotation as well. So yeah, anything you're doing, it can be incorporated into a training routine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because mine has subluxation on mine.
Oh, okay. Where it really dropped down.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's enough where I keep mine on well, you can't. I'm using on my desk, and I have a pillow, so I keep my hand on the pillow so it keeps it
Yeah, to keep it coming up. So what you can do is go into shrug movements like so.
Right.
And then it's going to increase the strength into your trapeze muscle, and that's the big muscle there that's going to help hold that shoulder in place.
Right. Yeah, it's got a. I was told to look in a mirror so you can see that it's doing the thing. That's what I thought.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of these. Stephen Albright, your body can stand almost anything. It's your brain you have to convince.
Exactly. Yes. Very much so. So your brain will always tell you to stop doing something long before your body will tell you to stop doing something.
Right.
So yeah, very much so.
That happens a lot with me. My brain wants to say, no, don't do it. I have to ignore that.
I ignore when she says that as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, he's making some great comments here. Failure doesn't mean the game is over. It means try again with experience.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's a good comment to make. So when we train into the gym, especially when you're doing strength training, you always want to train to failure. So if you fail doing something, that's a success. So for example, when I'm in the gym and I'm training myself, if I'm doing the bicep curls and I can get down for my 3 sets of 10 out, to me, I haven't trained hard enough because I've managed to do everything that I wanted to do. But if I can only get 2 sets of 10 out and I can't get the last set out, that means that I've taken my biceps right to their limit and I cannot push them any further. So the fact that I've failed doing all of my sets is actually a win. And that's the same with rehab. The more that you fail at doing what you're doing, the more you're actually winning, because the more you.
Absolutely. And I'll after this, I think they're going to put a link into the booking system and to everything everything about Kieron and what you're. I know I've got flyers here. The one you sent originally. I printed a bunch of them out. Can you see that?
Yeah. See that? Who's gorgeous man at the top of that flyer?
I have to put the picture down. My wife goes, "Wow, look at you." It's awesome. Me too. Exactly. This is great. Carrie's also saying, I like when you guys get involved here. Let's see, Kieron. I don't know if you can see, but she's saying would definitely recommend remote sessions with Kieron. I initially thought, how will this work remotely? But with my husband Roger being on the remote sessions with me, I have seen improvements in my ability to walk. Well, good, more improvement in my affected leg and arm. Okay, so you're working with the end of confidence, you said, which really was pretty low, which I know stroke survivors, that's, you know, working with Kieron. Please don't hesitate in trying remote sessions. You won't be disappointed.
So, yeah. I think she's after a free session there, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
and that's the thing about the remote sessions. They can be really, really effective, but you kind of got to have that extra person there with you to say build your confidence up as you're doing things. And it's something I've always said as well, whether it's remote or one-to-one, if you've got a family member that can come join you on the sessions, the more that they learn and the more that you can then do at home as well. So it's not just training the stroke survivor, it's training the loved ones around that stroke survivor as well.
Right, absolutely, yeah. During COVID, I went through that whole thing, that remote, because when I broke my hip, you know, that set me back, and then back in a wheel, I couldn't walk because it was during COVID, and I had to do remote learning, and I was a little nervous on the remote because I was barely could walk even in a walker. Now I'm, you know, walking like more without it. But so you're good with the. Do you suggest if you can't do, like you said, one-on-one, remote is, I mean,
that's it. It's a way forward to start expanding what you're already doing, or if you are new to the sort of rehab sort of way, then it's a great introduction of what you could potentially do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do is sit there and do nothing.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Good morning, Lynette from West Virginia. Yeah, if you guys out there, tell us where you're from.
Yeah.
To see from all over the different countries that people come in and comment. But look at this. So yeah. So what? Very good information Yvonne is telling you.
Good. So yeah, never stop striving for the information as well, because the information is out there, but especially for us over here in the UK, you've really got to go out and look for the information. But yeah, it is out there, and there is always some form of help out there to try and take you to that next level.
Right.
So like the guys that go up the mountain in September, each one of them never thought they could walk down the street properly again, and now with enough pushing, with enough everything, it's kind of they never thought they would ever climb a mountain, let alone before their stroke, let alone after their stroke. And it's just given them all so much hope and determination just to get that little bit better, that little bit better, that little bit better.
Yeah.
And again, it's sort of, you think, you know, there's no way, I can't do it. And unless you try, you've got to try. It doesn't matter if you don't complete the, you know, you've just got to keep going. And I certainly proved to myself that I can actually do quite a lot of stuff that I didn't think I could do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Because walking, because that's, for me, I always have to plan now. Not now, but always. I've always had to plan if I'm going to go somewhere, you know, if it's in like New Orleans where the road is all, or even going up, like you said, that the hills, to climb. I got to prepare, get ready, because I don't know, can I do it? I'm a little nervous because, you know, I don't like when people walk behind me either, just because, you know, I feel like I'm going to get kicked. I'm falling. I mean, I know how this works for me. But
yeah, that's it. So the very first training walk that we did with the guys going up the mountain was really nasty of me to put them through, but we went to a heathland where the ground is all uneven. There were steep hills for them to walk down. There was a rickety staircase to walk up. And the idea was purely for the psychological factor, is you never know what's going to be around the corner. So when we're walking along, you can't see what's coming up. We even did a small little river crossing, and it was really homing in that if you slow it down, think about each step as you go, there's pretty much no obstacle that you can that you can't overcome. You know, if you slow it down, think about one step at a time when you come to these sort of hazards, then yeah, you can do it.
Wow. How often do you do that? Or is this is it like a once a year, or is it just we're gonna tackle
Yes,
it now?
so it's part of our Mount Temper event. So we do it once a year. Last year we took a stroke survivor up different mountains. This will be the second time we've taken stroke survivors up this particular mountain. But yeah, we do it once a year, but then it takes a good 8-9 months to train the guys that are going to do it to climb up the mountain.
Wow, that's terrific. I'm just trying to think here. When you get here, I'm looking around. There's really no mountains, but but there are little long streets that they gradually go up.
Yeah.
And we notice everything. Stroke survivors, anybody with a most part, we notice everything, right? I mean, you obviously found that out, Kieron, with working with stroke survivors for a long time. I mean, we notice every little bump in the road. I mean, every little anything. So that's where the nerve wracking for me is. And I'm sure a lot of you all out there, same thing.
Yeah, that's it. And every single little elevation that comes through the path, every little dip, every whole cover, is it poking up just a little bit for me to trip on? Yeah, all stuff like that. And then imagine all of those fears now, and you're stuck on the side of a mountain where there is no tarmac, there is no smooth surface. Every single step you could be treading on a rock. There's lots of stuff to trip over. They've got gullies about that big to step over.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I wear an AFO, so sometimes my therapist will say, we're going to take that off and we're just going to work without it.
Yep.
But so I'm getting nervous now.
So so when it comes to them and the splinting and stuff like that, the longer you wear them, the less your limbs got to do. So they are purely aids. Obviously, you need to build up to start walking around without. But yeah, the more that you can do without that splint on, as long as it's safe, then the stronger, for example, your ankle, that will start to get, and it will stop rolling as much because your body's now having to learn to correct everything that it's going through.
Yeah, absolutely. And since I broke my hip more than 2 years ago, that's when I went back into the this brace, just because it got weak again, and then I had, because they put some rods in my hip and they didn't replace it. And now I'm back in it, so I'm wearing the AFO, and I'm so used to it. I know I shouldn't, but
it's scary, isn't it? It's scary coming away from it because it's your safety blanket.
Yeah, absolutely. But when at home, I really don't wear it.
No.
So, but I have to be careful still, because I have movement in my leg and all that, but still, I'm a baby. I guess. Whatever. Yeah. It's we'll have to go back to these comments here, because I appreciate all these comments, and Lynette, thanks for sharing this. So Jenny, thanks for saying that. Because I know it's Kieron. Greetings, you're an inspiration.
Oh, you are a good inspiration, Jerry.
You're so good. But thank you, Jana, for sharing this too. But yeah, this has been great. I just want to get back into one thing here. It's not just the lower extremities. It's the upper extremities. You work too.
Yeah. It's so here in the UK we run a upper limb rehab course. So it lasts for a week, and it's a very, very high intensive course, which is aimed at purely getting the upper limb, or doing what we can with the upper limb. And again, the course isn't a miracle course or anything like that. Just because you attend the course doesn't mean your arm's going to be super duper again afterwards. But it's a fantastic starting point for if you've not done much for the upper limb, it's a fantastic starting point of finding out exactly what's wrong with the arm, what muscles are weaker, which ones can we target on. Each day is about a 6-7 hour day, so it is quite full on, quite a lot. Again, we're using physiotherapy techniques, we're using strength, we're using functional training, we're even doing a lot of psychology training into these days as well, as well as getting in lots of breaks and rests, because you're going to need that. And the important thing when it comes to the upper limb into the arm, we need to always bear in mind that the arm is one point, but a lot of what assists the arm is down into the back and into the side. So we say upper limb, but ultimately it's kind of upper torso.
Yeah,
it's all connected.
That's right. Let's see here. Robin saying, you must have just got here, Robin, because you say, what's the scoop here today? Walking without an AFO? No, 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 that was just me talking about that, Robin. But Kieron is in the UK. He's senior stroke rehab practitioner. That's a lot of things to say. Did I say that right?
It is.
And Chrissy is Chrissy is a client with MS and works with Kieron. And Kieron is coming here to the United States, to Texas, where I am, and going to be putting on a
little workshop.
Yeah, workshop for a week in my town to have stroke survivors, for the most part, I'm sure brain injury, that will sign up to the workshop and learn some new things from the UK. And so I'm so looking forward to it. So it's in October 16th or something like that, for a week or somewhere.
Yeah, middle of October. Yeah, I can't remember what the dates are offhand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told one person it was I'll be there on the 31st of October to see Halloween. And then I looked at my diary and I think, no, I'm somewhere completely different on the 31st. I haven't got a clue where I am. I'm useless when it comes to dates.
Jenny's saying, come to the East Coast.
The East Coast?
Yeah, and which is New Jersey area. And then also Robin saying, bummer, ever come to California? She's in come to Virginia. And Jan is just saying, can you come to Canada? I mean,
Canada. I've always wanted to go to Canada, yes. Well,
there you go,
part of Canada, though, but that could be a deal breaker.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Yes. So this week that I'm coming over to Texas, this is the first time we've come over to the States. So if we can make this a roaring success, then it means that we can then keep coming back. If we come over and we only train one person and nothing else really happens, then I can't justify keep coming back, because it's very expensive to come there and rent hotels, cars and stuff like that. So it's got to be a success for us to warrant to keep coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that is a very expensive trip from the UK to stop at other states.
Yeah,
it's a long trip, I should say, long trip. But San Diego, okay, Jenny.
Yeah.
Pound versus dollar is higher right now.
Yeah, definitely. And as I say, if it's a roaring success, then happy days, and we can start looking at going to California, Canada, everything else as well. So, but yeah, that'd be brilliant. Let's fingers crossed, make sure it works.
Yeah. So for those of you that are here in Texas, make sure that you go to the website, and then I'll post it on this. And then sign up, so you can get your slot to do it. Let's see. Okay.
I think it works out. I think it's $60 or $70 for a session, which I understand is very, very cheap compared to your normal sort of rehab sort of stuff that you've got to pay over there.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And okay, Robin, I will do that, but it will live stream this too when we because she's saying, Jerry, send me what you learned. Can't wait. Me too.
Yeah, definitely. And that'd be the great thing, wouldn't it, to live stream one of the sessions, and then on your next pod you can let everybody know about sort of stuff that you did, what you found helped, what didn't help. Yeah, definitely, that'd be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I look forward to that. That's going to be just a fun and learning experience. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'm super excited about coming over. It's I've never been to the States before, so I've always wanted to come to Texas. So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. When I lived in California and got a job offer to move to Texas, and Texas is hot and dusty, but it's not. I mean, you'll find the quality of the I can't say that all the how do we say that? But, so genuine. The people here. I mean, they open the door for us, or yes ma'am, yes sir. Like, wow, I'm a yes sir guy. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, Robin said, bring your appetite. It's true, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I'll have to starve myself for a week before I come over, so I can try one of your big Texas ranch burgers.
Yeah, there are some great places here. The food is always so much. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's a lot of food out here. Good times as usual. Thank you, Stephen. But anything we missed to talk about here? Did we miss anything about,
Yes. I think a lot of the info about what we do can be found on our Facebook page, where you've got Facebook, Instagram, all that sort of stuff, and as well as on the website as well. On the website, we've got a contact us page as well. So if you anybody wants to get in touch about any sort of, preferably training related, we're not great with housekeeping and stuff, but anything at all, then get in touch. Let's start lines of conversation, and then let's say the busier we can make our trip to Texas, then that'll help us then come to other places as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end, I will make sure I put the website. Yours is pretty easy there. I put this one here, but I think it's this one right here is.
That one is cool. Oh, yeah, that's the YouTube channel.
Yeah, and they can find out everything in there. And Jenny, I will post your contact links and all that stuff right after the show. It shows up the link. So anyway, that'll be. I'm looking forward to this. This is great. Where in Canada have you wanted to visit? Jana's asking you. That's right. Do you know where?
No. Who's that? Sorry.
Oh no, Jana's asking you. Where in Canada have you wanted to visit?
Somewhere out in the wilderness. Probably Montreux would be one of the cities that I'd like to visit. Just somewhere nice and pretty in Canada. I want to be able to go out and see the wilderness of Canada.
Yeah. Okay. There you go, man. Now you
That's
know
it.
where. That's it. All right. Well, shoot. Any last words for you, Chrissy?
Sorry?
Any last words?
No, just honestly, the work that I've been shown to do to make life easier, you've just got to do what you can do. exercise, stretch, whatever. You've just got to carry.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
that's terrific. Jenny is asking, please, can you answer a question about men recovering under limbs faster because of muscle mass? Is that true?
So say that again, Jerry. Sorry.
Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, Jenny. About men recovering under limbs faster because of muscle mass. Is it true?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So the lower limb normally recovers a lot quicker than the upper limb, mainly because that's what's focused on right at the very start. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but a lot of the time when you start your rehab journey, especially here in the UK, it's the lower limb really starts to improve first. It could be linked to the survival mechanism of the human body because it knows it needs to be able to move to be able to survive. The muscle mass, yeah. The bigger the muscle, the more likely it's to come back, potentially to a degree. Again, a lot of it will depend on the type of stroke that's happened as well. So going into your big trap muscles, they're really, really big muscles rated in the back. Or some people will find that the upper trap will start to come back a lot quicker than, say, the middle or lower part trap. Now, it's the same muscle, but it's got different sections to it. So the size of the muscle doesn't generally mean it's going to come back any quicker or slower. And even with the lower limbs, so the main muscles are the quads. A lot of people think that's just one big muscle, your thigh muscle. It's not. It's broken down into your four main quad muscles, and then you've got all the smaller muscles going around it. Then you've got the hamstring muscles, and then you've got the CL joint as well. That's all into the knee. So I've had some clients where 2 out of the 4 quad muscles have come back, which has affected his walking. I've had some where only 1 quad muscle has come back and 3 are still deactivated. They're slowly coming back, and then I've had some where all 4 have come back. So a lot of it would depend on the type of stroke and the sort of training that you're doing.
Jenny, sorry, she said, I think, I probably said it wrong, but she says, do men recover faster than women because men have stronger muscles than women in arms?
Oh, sorry.
I said it wrong.
That's a very good question. I can't really answer that, to be honest with you. I think it depends more on the individual as opposed to the sex of the person. I know some women that have rehabilitated a lot quicker than some men have. I wouldn't say men have stronger muscles. Women can have just as stronger muscles if they train. And same with blokes. Blokes can have relatively weak muscles if they don't train. So I think it's a very individual person as opposed to a sex person.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's quite diplomatic, wasn't it?
That's funny because Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
I was trying to wear away from men are better than girls sort of conversation there, but yeah.
Exactly. Wow. Thanks, she said. All right, Jenny, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Good. Well, I hope that answer had been. We got the message out there a little for the chip trip out here to Texas. By the way, where are you landed? Are you landed in San Antonio or Austin?
So I think I'm coming into Houston, transferring, and then going into San Antonio.
Okay, good. That's about 20 minutes from here. So.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Then I've got a rental car that I'm getting and driving to a hotel somewhere. I'm not sure what it was called.
It's not in New Braunfels here?
Yeah. I'm staying in New Braunfels.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. I can't remember what the hotel was called. I know it's got a swimming pool.
Well,
some
well, that's
trees.
well, yeah, the tree. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
there's some
yeah.
great places. Yeah, I tried to get you into a place called DOS Rec, and that's a big fitness center thing here. So,
Okay.
before lunch. Okay, Jenny. All right. Well, anything else we want to cover? I'm trying to think here. Did we? Been about at least an hour.
Yeah, we've been going for quite a while. But yeah.
Rob and I will after the show. Can you send me the link to Kieron Franklin? I will.
Yeah.
I'll get everything out there. I'll make sure that you know how to get a hold of him. And he's a busy guy though, but no, I will. I'll definitely get all the links out there. So.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So very interesting. She says, "Good. I'm glad. It'll be fun." So. All right, you guys, I appreciate you coming on doing this, and I know the live streaming when you get here. I'm sure you're gonna.
Yeah, really like about doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great. Well, good. Jenny, great information given today. Thanks. And all right, well, good. I'm glad you get something out of this. That's what we tried to do. So, well, Kieron did, not me, but so. All right, Chrissy and Kieron, thank you so much as usual. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great rest of
Thanks.
the day. Yes.
And I'm going to go kick her ass in the now.
Yeah.